It is No Gifts Please, the parenting podcast by the pair with no real gifts, but a whole lot of gumption. Hey everyone, I'm Steve Noviello.
And I'm Jenny Anchondo.
Okie dokie. We are back. Artichoke. We are back for another episode. I have to tell you a funny story.
Okay.
That it's one of those things that I didn't see coming. So we are... and I know that you don't do this in your house, but in our house, we watch television.
Stop it. We do watch
no,
TV.
You don't.
We do.
At night, like as a family?
No. But just...
When do you watch TV?
Well, like Brighton watches TV while I'm braiding her hair or something.
What does she watch?
Bluey.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, or a Disney.
So they, of course, like Jacob, like...
He's quizzing me like I don't believe you can name a kid's show.
Name one kid's show. So like they like Jacob loves watching other people play Minecraft, which I'm like, we gotta no, there's like a...
It means he's a normal second grader.
Right, he's a normal second grader. Right. But they'll watch like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
I don't know that.
It's like about these two boys who live on a cruise ship.
Ooh.
Whatever. It's like a Disney show.
Okay.
But like during family time, which is after dinner, so between 7 and 8, we have an hour of family time. Dinner's over. Everyone's been bathed. We watch a show.
Remind me, I have a follow-up question on that when you're done.
Okay. We watch a show and we say, okay, but we have to watch a family show.
Okay.
So sometimes it's like Quiz with Balls, like The Floor, like, you know, any of the fine programming that Fox Television brings in. Wait a minute.
The 10.
Right, the 10. Last call.
Just last call.
So it's generally like Deal or No Deal Island, like Big Brother.
Those are
like
fun.
So
like America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. We watch AFV. We watch, you know, all of the things.
Those are fun.
We were watching the other day, Doug. Do you remember the show Raising Hope? It was about the kid who like had sex with a serial killer. It's a comedy. Cloris Leachman is in it. She plays kind of like a dingbatty grandmother, and I forget the woman's name, but you'd know her, the actress. Anyway, the whole premise about this family that's raising this little girl named Hope. She's an infant of a baby, right? Whatever. So they're poor, and it's like a kind of a cross between like, I don't know, like Roseanne and something really funny, like, you know.
Roseanne was funny.
Not really.
Okay, more funny.
More funny. Like there's always some sort of hijinks or shenanigans, and like, you know, this kid, like it's like a cross between like The Office and Roseanne. You know what I mean? Like, not that
this makes me want to watch it.
It's a good show, and Cloris Leachman is really funny in it. Blah blah whatever. So they're always getting into some sort of like crazy hijinks. Like, there was one thing where, whatever, like the father, it had been revealed that like oftentimes they'll flash back to the kid, the main character who's raising the baby, like his own childhood as well. They actually had one about taking the perfect family picture that we just watched recently. I'm going to send you that episode because I think it would resonate with you. So anyway, we're watching the show, and Hudson turned to me and he said, "Is this real?" I said, "What?" He said, "The things that are happening to these people, this is real, right?"
Like, is this a reality show?
And then it dawned on me.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, wait a minute. Like, you are growing up as a child in a day and age where most everything on television, it's unusual. Like, we had to go to like Hulu to find this show. You know what I mean? And I thought to myself, wait a second. Everything we watch on TV with you, be it a game show, be it Big Brother, be it America's Got Talent, America's Funniest Home Video.
Adjacent.
It's all reality television. Yeah. It's all videos of people. They even watch stuff on YouTube of like kids playing with toys and acting stuff out. Like, it's all, there's no scripted shows that we watch with them. And he's watching this show thinking this is a reality show about this family.
Oh my gosh, but it's a sitcom.
It's a sitcom.
Like old school.
Right, like
TV
old school.
show.
There's a script, there's lines, you had to memorize these people. And I was like, I had to explain to him that these are people pretending to be other people to tell funny stories. And now I'm like going through this catalog in my head of like, what else have I exposed you to that you unknowingly that you now think is real? Like, what?
Oh, this
like, do you think that when we go to a movie? Like, do you know the difference between real and not real? Like, that's weird, right?
It is I'm pausing because I'm actually processing this in real time along with you, wondering the same thing. There's the obvious, like the Bluey. Okay, obviously that's a cartoon, but you're right. With the game shows and stuff, it can get a little blurry, and reality shows are what's common.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to tell you, you always joke like, oh, of course you don't watch TV. I'm going to tell you, you know how there's like the homeschooled child that then they go to college and they go completely nuts. Mm-hmm. Sorry. This is an overgeneralization. This is not to be offensive to homeschooled children.
However, set our timer.
I just did for my own. Yeah. Okay. But it's behind. So
it's 5 minutes behind.
Yeah.
You're good.
So we don't do a lot of screen time. Brighton doesn't have an iPad. She doesn't know how to play any games on the computer, all that kind of stuff. However, we do something that I think is probably recently have developed this habit that I think is probably 10 times worse.
Oh, thank God.
So just big confession. I mean, trust me, like people will definitely be like, oh, this is cringe. So on the weekends, we do things. We call it things at night. It's like the deep breathing, and she calls her grandma for a story, and then we read a story and we stretch and we get to Google something. If there's something
3 questions of the day.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. So long. So on the weekends, I am
6-hour ordeal.
I just like by Friday night, I love the routine, but I'm just like, you've got like Heath and I have a show to watch. I want to do like wash my face. We've just got to get you to bed. So I've negotiated out of the whole things, and for 5 minutes, I feel as though I should not even say this.
Now you have to.
For 5 minutes. With me monitoring it, she gets to scroll my Instagram. Like, that's bad. Because you don't know what's going to pop up. It's bad. And it's her favorite thing in the whole wide world. Why did I admit? It's bad. I know. Just tell me. It's bad.
It's bad.
It's really bad.
Okay, why do you think it's bad?
Oh, God, let me count the ways. So first of all, you really don't, while my feed, I'm generally not looking at like
porn,
anything. Yeah, exactly. I'm not like looking at porn. I'm not looking at anything bad. You really don't know what's going to kind of pop up. Now, I'm the one holding the phone, but she'll like tap on something. And usually it's she wants to
like liking things?
No, I hope not. I guess if you see something that's liked at Friday at 7:30 p.m., it's Brighton. But no, she has her particular videos that she likes. She likes drawing videos where they speed it up. And then she likes these videos where it's a princess, like let's say Rapunzel, and she's walking down the beach and then she comes into an adult. It's like a baby Rapunzel and it morphs via AI, which is what made me think about this. It circles back to your original topic. Is it real? And then she likes gymnastics videos. So this all started because...
So how do you... Wait, walk me through like... So what are you like on... Are you like on Reels and therefore...
I'm on like the main For You Instagram page.
But like in your
like
what?
Not even my feed of my friends.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's
like
bad.
It's one thing like if you're like, okay, this is the feed, which frankly, like maybe even worse. But like
my friends,
beach. Both of us, right? But like of what part of Instagram are you on that you're allowed that you can scroll through just this kind of content?
Well, it's my page is kind of curated to it because I don't actually surprisingly
so
as much time
as algorithm suggestions.
It's the algorithm suggestions, and I surprisingly don't spend. I post a lot on Instagram, but I don't scroll a lot.
Right.
So most of these are things. See, it's little kids doing gymnastics, tumbling, princesses, cheerleading stunts, challenges.
Do you want to see mine?
Yes, I do.
You won't feel so bad about yourself.
Thank you, because I'm like kind of going to see like little kids playing soccer. Oh, wait, is that? Hold on, like I thought that was TJ for a second.
No, like it's a interesting combination of like home decorating, DIY tips, shirtless men,
bodybuilding,
and like whatever things to make me feel bad about myself.
That's way more topless men than
gardening.
Mine. And gardening. Okay, so. This is obviously a Brighton curated feed. You can tell by looking at this that she's the one that scrolls.
I'm going to say that it's not as this is not as bad because it's kind of the equivalent of a grid for YouTube television.
Is it? No,
okay. But yes, like in this respect, like it's gymnastics. It's,
arts and crafts.
There's a few news items on there that I feel like cheating is not a mistake. That's probably a weird.
But she like doesn't click on them. She'll be like, oh, I want to see that girl, and then how she did it. But however, all of this to say that like we've had that conversation of, I can tell when artists, she loves art, and so she'll compare herself to the art that's on here, which is real bad. This is why I've got to stop this habit. And she'll say, well, how'd they do that so fast? And we'll go, that first of all, that's sped up. And I said, and I actually think this is not even real. I think
it's AI.
I think this is AI, and you can kind of like try to train the eye. So I'll try to find one where, okay, this was actually a child that drew it, which they're obviously always really good, or they wouldn't show up on the page. So they're still advanced artists. But then I'm like, okay, but you can tell this one's AI because it is super, super perfect. There's no like little hints of a pencil line going out of the line or whatever, but we do that for 5 minutes every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's a problem. But I'm going to blame Cheer, because one day she was on her cheer team's Instagram, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, come over and look! Hey, look, they posted your stunt on the Instagram."
Oh.
And she was like, "Cool,
I do the same thing."
And so then she saw it, and then she knew that they had an Instagram, and then her coach Whitney, who came in and did a podcast with us, she posts the kids on Instagram, and I'm like, look, how fun. Like, she made a video of your little skill, and it seemed really innocent. And now she knows what Instagram is and wants an account and wants that as a reward to be able to look at Instagram. So anyway, call CPS, you guys. I don't know.
I feel so much better about letting my children watch television.
Well, television's definitely safer because you don't know what could pop up here. And here's
the thing. And listen, I think you're a great parent. I think Heath's a great dad, but like, I hear your concern because I have the same ones. It's not even the what am I going to see? The concern is the endorphin and validation of like, somebody has posted me on the internet to be admired, and who else admired me, and how many clicks and likes do I have? And I mean, all of those things that inherently come with, this social media culture that these kids live in, like when we were growing up, like I had no idea if my friends were hanging out without me unless somebody mentioned it at some point. But now these kids track each other and can go on Snapchat and see, why is everybody at Jenny's house today? I'm not there. Like, gosh, I feel bad. And the access that they have to each other is 24/7. Like, the bullying doesn't stop at 3 p.m. when the school bell goes off. It goes on and on and on. There's never a break, from any of it. So I get it. And I have your same concerns. I mean, I was just thinking about this the other day with the boys. Like, I hope to never have you on social media. Like, one of his friends, and I think these guys are great dads. They're good friends of ours. They've got 3 kids. One of them is very good friends with Jacob. They're a nice family. I truly enjoy spending time with them. And one of the dads was asking, I think we can hook up like Jacob's iPad and our son's iPad so that they can talk to each other. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no. Yeah. Like, first of all, Jacob doesn't have an iPad. It's a Galaxy device.
Is that incompatible?
I don't think you, well, maybe it's like a green text.
But like, they can FaceTime on, or.
But like, no.
You don't want to video chat?
No.
Even with you right there?
No. Like, you see this person.
So we're so different there.
But you see this person at school for 8 hours a day. Like, why do we need to video chat? What are we talking about? Like, and then the other idea was like, we could also sync up their Minecrafts online so they could play each other when they're still in each other's homes. And then I think to myself, okay, but now you're on the internet playing Minecraft, and what other people are on the internet that are going to be like, hey, young boy, like, why don't I play in your game too? And now like
I'm so uneducated. I really need to catch up with that. I really don't even know.
Like online predators that like play video games with kids, and then next thing you know, you're in the living room, and Chris Hansen walks in, and yeah. So
can you not? Is there not just like a single connection where it's like Jacob can just play with Bobby?
Probably. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
All these things are so time consuming, and with two working parents,
but even that. So like, even that though, like, there's part of me that's like, I don't want you. It's bad enough you're playing video games. I don't want you, at least when you get together with this kid and play them, you get together and play them physically. Like, I don't want you to sit in your room and him to sit in his room across town and play video games with each other.
And like, get that and have that be your interaction.
That's your thing, right? Like, at least come to our house. You are always welcome at our home. And I know that Jacob is always welcome at their home. And in fact, we had a little video game shtick the other day where we all got together and everyone brought their controllers and they played video games. I tried. It was terrible. But like, awesome, and then there was also some outside time, and there was also, again, it's a great family, but like, that stuff scares the heck out of me.
Okay. I feel like the video chat is so harmless. Like FaceTiming?
No.
Do your boys not FaceTime with like their grandparents and stuff?
For sure. Absolutely.
But it's like, because it's the other child.
No, it's like I'm there, we're having a conversation, like it's my phone and they only have access to it when I say, hey, let's call grandma and grandpa. Like the idea that he on the iPad that he uses could at any point dial up this kid and be like, hey, we're chit-chatty.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
okay.
Like, no, we're not doing that.
I was thinking more of like a play date, like not a play date, but like, hey, it's Saturday morning. We just watched cartoons. We're getting ready to go. You want to call your friend for 5 minutes and FaceTime in my presence?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I don't know if boys even would.
Right. I feel like that's also.
Brighton likes to FaceTime with her friends occasionally.
Yeah.
That's why I ask.
Well, she's got to ask them what they're watching on Instagram.
Oh my gosh. I know. And just other parents who are listening know this is only something that happens on Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 5 minutes. And so I promise I will not be showing your kids Instagram.
Other days that ends in Y.
But now Brighton wants an Instagram account.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
Well, for several reasons. One, she has a mom who like, I wonder, don't you wonder that sometimes with we both have very public jobs, right? And do I enjoy the validation of my very public job? Of course I do. Do I want my children to hold that in extremely high regard? Absolutely not.
No. Gosh. But think about this. What if one of your boys, like you discover one day, like somebody comes in with a piano and you discover that they are just like Juilliard, savant. Yeah, Juilliard bound immediately. Like they're getting calls, they're getting, and they have this extreme crazy talent. And then it's like, oh my gosh, there's this platform that I could share this with the world and maybe get opportunities for him and maybe get, he's sponsored by Yamaha. Does Yamaha make pianos? Maybe he's a motorcycle rider. I don't know.
Steinway.
Does any of that make you feel like, okay, in that case?
No. Like, if we are at the point where you are that good of a piano player, then I feel like there are more traditional ways of, like, I don't want you to be
having partnerships,
right? Like, I don't want you to be a YouTube star, like, and I don't want you to aspire to become a YouTube star. And I have total respect for the creator economy, but like, it doesn't end well. Like, we are at a point in the creator economy, and this is totally tangential, but like,
please do.
But don't you feel like we have not, it hasn't been around long enough for us to know how it ends?
Well, have you heard of the Ruby Frankie story?
No.
Oh, we're starting to see glimpses of how it ends. She's a mommy blogger, was in Utah. She's incarcerated now, like, long story short, but was a family YouTube blogger, and I'm actually reading her daughter's book. Oh, is this woman who
was like abusing her children?
Yes. But like the way when you read her daughter's book, you see that a lot of this could have happened anyway, regardless of YouTube. But I mean, they were being neglected and then forced to participate in these videos. And her daughter's trying to advocate for a ban to family YouTubing, family vlogging, because of this, because children cannot operate on command. Like adults can. Like, they can't be asked to, like, okay, we're going to film you eating your breakfast. Now we're going to Disneyland. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, yay. Nope, it wasn't happy enough. 1, 2, 3, yay. All of those vlogs that you see.
Yes.
It's like, we know this because we know video production, but most people don't realize, like, you have to do multiple takes of all this stuff, and it's just a lot on the kids.
I don't love it.
So I think we're starting to see the glimpse. And again, I think it's like a little bit of an isolated incident, but I forget what it's on, but like, definitely you and Doug need to watch it. Just not because you're like at risk of becoming family vloggers, but just for fun. But it really made me think, wow.
I will absolutely. Like, that's totally my cup of tea.
Oh, it was really disturbing.
Well, and again, I mean, kind of circling back to put a fine point on what started this conversation. I think we joke around about like, oh, our kids, like, what difference a different time and AI and blah, 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 blah. But like, to have my son, my 6-year-old son, in a very pure and innocent and quite inquisitive way, have to turn to me and ask if something was real, I was like, whoa.
It kind of gives me
like,
chills. Because
it's always been a theory before, right? Like, oh, this is what it must be like for them, and blah, 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 and social media, and, like, we all the buzzwords and the anxious generation and all of these things. But the reality is, you have no effing clue when you look at something if it's real. Like, you think this is a reality show about this kind of insane family.
And it's a sitcom.
It's a sitcom.
Yeah. I mean, all the AI stuff is so scary too. That's more like on the other spectrum of things. The way that now celebrities are coming out saying my face, they used my face and pulled my voice and recreated it to endorse this skincare or endorse these pants or whatever. And they're like, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They'll do like mid-level stuff, not like big celebrities that everybody knows, but like more like YouTube celebrities or people who have shared a lot of content of themselves online and then sort of reformulate it.
Yeah.
It's very creepy.
Like for sure. I don't know. It really struck me as a concern, I'm going to say, and then also like there's some work to do here. You know what I mean? Like it's one more thing in case we didn't have.
I cannot do any more.
I just think it really needs to be on everybody's radar.
I think that's smart. I think that's, and just explaining.
Like asking your kid every now and again when you're watching something like, is that real? And you might be surprised at what their answer is. We're going to leave it there.
Okay.
20 minutes is up. Mm-hmm. Sorry to stress you out.
No problem.
Hey, we want to remind you to tune in every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. when a new episode drops on your favorite podcast platform. Please go ahead and click like and subscribe. That way you always know when we've got a new episode coming and any special announcements that we may have. And if you do nothing else today, go find yourself a friend you don't need to clean the house for.